I believe that people have a responsibility to hear what you're saying, and we will go live in 5 seconds. We are going live, guys, on Facebook. We are live. We are live. We are live on Facebook now, and we are at we are at the Caribbean. This is the Caribbean Thought at the Jamaica Theological Seminary, and we have Father Hyvenson Josephs, who is an Episcopal priest, lecturer, professor, an academic, and who has insider information about Haiti. And this is a very we started a petition at the last Caribbean Thought class advocating for a Haitian-led solution. And if people want to sign the petition, you can go to the NeoLiberal.com and sign the petition. If you're in the US, you can go to the Institute for Justice and Democracy in Haiti, the IJDH.org. They have a petition advocating for a Haitian-led solution. I did not realize, I thought that Ariel Henry had resigned and we are moving towards a Haitian-led solution. But today, we are hearing that Haiti does not have a Haitian-led solution, and there is no plan for a Haitian-led solution, because although Ariel Henry, the installed prime minister, announced that he is going to resign and he is exiled in Puerto Rico now. Where is he now? So you're on mute. Where is he now?
He's in Puerto Rico. Yes, he's in Puerto Rico.
So Ariel Henry is in Puerto Rico, and he's asking for an international council. I thought that a council was in place. A council is not in place. And earlier I asked you, is that constitutional? And I said to you, why aren't they following the Constitution of Haiti? And can you tell me again, what is the Constitution of Haiti as it relates to the succession of presidency or leadership? What is supposed to happen in Haiti? And you're saying that it is not happening. And that is why we have the gang taking over, because for some reason, the international community and those who are controlling Haiti refuse to follow the Haitian people will to follow the Constitution. So tell us, please. Let's talk about that again. Yes. And Alicia has a question, but tell us that. Yes.
Well, I mean, that was my analysis of my personal analysis of the situation going as a Haitian, and that's been following the political landscape of Haiti for quite a while. So they wouldn't follow the Constitution, first of all, because Haiti is under the grip of the core group. We have what we call the core group. I think that was built, maybe, I don't know what year, I don't wanna mistaken, but that was since after Aristide, like the priest was president like a long time ago, like maybe 2004, 1991, and 2000 we returned 2004. So that's a long time ago. But now the core group is the 5 most powerful nations in the Western world.
Yes.
They put their head together. They call them the Friends of Haiti. But I will say that the devil that is killing Haiti, the devil that is trying to destroy Haiti, I call them myself, because they have no plans that has to do with the development of Haiti or the prosperity of Haiti. So what they do, I think that they split the nation's management on I think Canada is responsible for security. France is responsible for, I don't know, United States is supposed to be helping the police. I think that secret, I mean, they split like it's a piece of steak, like everybody get a share. So every single country is responsible for a specific sector of Haiti. So that's now. If you have a chance, Pastor McKenzie, you can go ahead and read that. It should be if you type core group of Haiti, in Haiti, they should have the chart, the constitution that says which nation is responsible or what in Haiti. So Now, they don't want to follow the Constitution of Haiti that says that if there is presidential vacancy, you have to go. If there is not a prime minister in place, if the
Yes.
prime minister is unavailable, you go to the Supreme Court, and then to get the president of the Supreme Court right off the bat that he was the next person in line to be leading the country in case the president or vice president are not available. There are vacancies for these people, and then in case the president of the Supreme Court does not want it or is not available for some reason, don't want it, do you go for the oldest member of the Supreme Court, so that at least you've had somebody to take over and then do election, I think in 18 months or something like that, in a year or 18 months to do elections. So that's what the Constitution says, that Article 194 or 90 or 94, something like that. So that's what the Constitution says. But these guys, they say that well, the situation has been so dire, so we're not gonna go to the Supreme Court because we don't have any elected official in Haiti at that time. There is no elected official in Haiti. All the institutions are being destroyed. So they never had election to renew or any elected official. So there is no mayor, there is no Senate, there is no, there is none of these. So they said that the situation is too dire, so they're gonna have a presidential council college. So they sent like every political party that is the most influential political party gonna send a representative, and then they will build a college, a presidential college. So now it was supposed to be 9 members, but it's 7. So it's 7 members now, and then among themselves they're gonna elect a president of the council, and that's gonna be the president of the nation as well. And then he will choose a prime minister, and then there we go, and then they can go ahead and have a roadmap for elections. So that's what's supposed to have happened since Ariel Henry got stuck 3 weeks ago in Puerto Rico. But now he himself, while he's in exile, he's the one that's gonna give legitimacy to that college, because he said that he's not resigning. He will pass on the power to this college as when they are constituted. But again, this is a trick because everybody knows those guys gonna be fighting till next year. They will never. Everybody wanna be president of the thing. So that's where that things get a little mushy, murky, because they will not agree among themselves to fight the president, because among the 7, everybody would want to be the president. So Ariel Henry is waiting for them to say who is the president. So since last week, they were saying that they have a name. That name's never come out. So, and then they keep having bickering and a lot of things going on. So until now, nothing ever come out of this. Now, everybody's asking questions. The populations, most of the sector of Haiti, they disagree with that. But those who agree with it, they send their representative because they are hungry for power. But most of the population, they disapprove that 7-member council to lead the nations, because it's gonna be 7 millionaire in about like 6 months. They're gonna like everybody says that 7 millionaire, like they can get in poor, and in 7 months they're all gonna be millionaire. So that's why people are afraid that they're gonna have that. So they said we rather have one person from the Supreme Court. At least they're not gonna take so much from the country to suck the treasure dry. So we don't want to go beyond 1 or 2 persons. So that's why they say the Haitian people against the 7-member council. So that's where we are now.
Against. So Ariel Henry, who is the installed prime minister, who is exiled in Puerto Rico, it said he won't resign or step down, although he's exiled, unless they have a 7-member council who will elect a president and a prime minister.
That's right.
But of course, that is unconstitutional. and
It is unconstitutional.
Haitians are opposed to that, and because what the Haitians are for is that we follow the Constitution that says they elect, that they choose they choose from the Supreme Court. Now, do you have is the Supreme Court active right now?
Well, the Supreme Court, I think that Jovenel Moïse, like the last president who got assassinated, he was supposed to nominate like some judges to the Supreme Court for the Senate to ratify, like to censor them and stuff like that, to sanction them and stuff. But that never happened. So Ariel, who was illegitimate, he's the one who I think appointed, I don't know, a few judges, but people say the judges are not constitutional. So this is a mess. So these judges were appointed by Ariel Henry because the Constitution said a president you cannot be prime minister to appoint judges to the Supreme Court. It is only the job that is defined it's supposed to be carried out by the president. So Ariel Henry did that. So those guys are there, but people are kind of like protesting them, saying that they were irregular because they were never been appointed by a president. It was a prime minister. They were never ratified by the Senate, by the Senate, by Congress. So again, they are there. But from what I heard is that they found like one of the oldest judge, met Camille Lebrun, I think. Everybody said he is credible. So I think he's the one that they're gonna push forward since everybody trusts him, see if they will accept him. But one thing I will say, even though that they do those maneuvers to see if they can run Haiti their own ways, Haitians are not easy to lead. So this is, once they say no, they will not gonna go. It will not gonna go. They're gonna protest and take the street. They will do that, but they will try to do it. But they're gonna make sure that that's not gonna go anywhere. So that Haiti, they will not. It's impossible to take the street because you don't know if the gang is against them or is for them, and with the police. So now, but I know for sure, once they realize that that's gonna happen, that they're gonna take the street and make sure that they get this dissolved. But that's how I know Haiti is. So
yeah. So Alicia, you have a question.
Well, I did have a question, but you actually answered it, Father Hyvenson. So yes, it was answered already.
Any question from the class so far? Any questions? Anything you want to know? I have a question, but any question? Let me see if you guys have any questions. Any questions? I have a question. So you said that the oldest judge is the only. You said that so they want the Constitution. The Constitution allows for the Supreme Court, somebody from the Supreme Court, to occupy the space of leading the country while they try to find a president and so on. But the judges are all appointed by an installed prime minister who was appointed by the external group of foreigners, a core group. So the only legitimate judge, then there's the oldest judge though. There's what's the name of that judge that you said?
I think Camille Lebrun, they call it like Camille Lebrun. Last name is Lebrun, Lebrun. Last name Lebrun.
Lebrun?
Lebrun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lebrun.
so that's the only, and he was appointed by the prime minister. I mean, sorry, by
no. I think himself, he had been there. He wasn't. He's one of the oldest member of the Supreme Court. So he must have been in the bench for quite a while before all this thing happening. So he must have been there prior to Sweet Mickey. So he's been in the bench. He's been on the bench for quite a while. So he was not part of. He was not part of those appointed by Ariel.
I understand. So has there been any kind of, has there been a conversation or approach to this judge LeBron to see if he's willing to take up the take up the position?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people they rally behind him. I think he may accept the charge. They may accept the position, but there are a lot of death threats. There are a lot of death threats. A lot of because politics is dirty in Haiti. So while these guys they're trying to follow to circumvent the way of the Constitution to do their own things, backed by the international community. So when some other people who kind of wanted to stay with the constitutions, so they will see kind of they've been challenged by the other group too. So I think from the last thing I heard, he's willing to take up that challenging task. But I think so far it's been really, really, really challenging in terms of it's like they have a string and two groups are pulling the strings. I don't know which way is gonna sway.
Oh wow! You say that there's a death threat from who? Had you gotten
death threat from people that they don't know? I heard a lot of people is threatening him to assassinate him or whatever. So
but the gangs? Is that the gangs?
I don't think it. I don't know if the gang ever. It might be a gang. It might be a gang because all the gangs have their own owners in Haiti. So that may be part of the other group. But so far, the presidential college hasn't made any significant gain of in their pursuits. And then the people of Haiti, now they're trying to push for this now, for Maître from the Supreme Court. So we're just waiting to see as things continue to unfold to see which way things gonna go.
I have several questions in terms of you said the presidential college. So there is a presidential college right now.
Yes, it's not yet invested. So they have I think it's been put together. They have seven. It was like six men, one woman. That lady, that sole women that was in there, she resigned because of death threats. And then there was another young man in there, he resigned also. So they replaced them. So that college is still there. It's still there, but it has not been invested yet. But they wait until they choose a president among themselves to turn him into the president of the nations, and then which will choose a prime minister. I don't know if it is among themselves again, or you will get another prime minister from elsewhere. And that's why they're waiting to invest for Prime Minister Ariel Henry to turn power onto these people.
Okay, so this is quite interesting. So right now, so gangs continue to rule Haiti, and even if they have a council, the Haitians are opposed to that, and however, but they are also opposed to the Constitution having this other judge. Is that correct?
Yeah, the international community is not into this thing, this judge thing. No, they're not into that.
Okay, so the international community, they are opposed to Haiti following the Constitution in terms of appointing this judge, but they are for a council that is appointed by somebody who they appointed, which is within their own interests.
Yes, wow. And then they get that done through CARICOM, which is a shame to CARICOM. It is a shame to CARICOM. I don't know if you guys know what CARICOM is. This is the Caribbean, entity that kind of get themselves to regional organizations that kind of political organizations that's there to help each other when there are needs. So the Caribbean community, they call it CARICOM. So CARICOM is being pushed by, so you see all these entities, they work under the umbrella of United Nations core groups. They are the one that manipulate things. Otherwise, CARICOM should know the Constitution of Haiti. What does it say in with that situations? So they should know that. But they are the one that take that route with the international community.
Right. So CARICOM was established. CARICOM was established, which is the Caribbean community. And the secretary and the CARICOM was established.
I think
to
the
promote
president
democracy.
is a Jamaican.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think the president, they switch, they alternate the terms. I think a Jamaican is the Jamaican president is the head of it now.
Okay, so
Jamaican, I think I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think the prime minister. I think your prime minister is the one that is in charge. That is the president of it now. The prime minister, I think.
But wasn't there a meeting? Wasn't there a meeting between CARICOM and some group from Haitian core group? And
yes, these are that's what out of this group comes. Out of this group come out these things. This presidential college. That's where they took politicians from the major parties who are hungry for power anyways. So they all wanted to be president. They all wanted to take the head of the nations because they have money on it. He has money in it and stuff like that. So they took those guys. So those guys will never say no. So, but we do have some of them that says no. We do have some of those political parties. They say we're not doing this. This is unconstitutional, and they said we're not going there. We're not supporting this. We're not gonna send any representative to this. So
you're saying that CARICOM right now is following a plan that their charter is against, because CARICOM is supposed to promote democracy, recognize sovereignty and democracy, and the role of the rule of law. Okay, but please remember the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the former Prime Minister of Jamaica, some time ago, a past Prime Minister of Jamaica said the law is not a shackle. The law is not, but that was not a peer. That was the Prime Minister Percival James Patterson, who was the leader of the People's National Party. But today we have the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness. He's the Prime Minister of Jamaica. He heads the CARICOM, and you're telling me that he is supporting the plan by this core group, which opposes CARICOM charter. And so that is why we start the petition. We started a petition for people on Facebook. We have a petition. We're asking people from the Caribbean community to sign the petition, asking or advocating for a Haitian-led solution. Haitians are prideful people, prideful. Yes. The first Black country to secure independence and to be free.
Yes.
And today their country is being driven by a core group of nations that is external and foreign to the Haitians. And they have installed a prime minister, much to the protestation of the Haitians. And that is part of the reason why we have the gangs that's running the country, because they are opposed to foreigners dictating things. And so I'm telling you, part of the problem, and for those of us who are watching on Facebook, this is a class. This is the Caribbean Thought. This is an academic class. So we are an academic class contending for academic issues, exploring critical issues. And one of the issues is Caribbean issues. One of what's going on and we're applying critical thinking to Caribbean thought, particularly Haiti and what's going on in Haiti. We talk about post-colonial. We talk about independence, colonization. Haiti is a serious issue. What's going on in Haiti can happen to any Caribbean country today.
Yeah, of course.
We have and CARICOM. And I don't know, I hope the Prime Minister or the people in Jamaica and the Caribbean sign it. But if you're in the US, the Institute for Justice and Democracy in Haiti have a petition that you can sign, asking and advocating for a Haitian-led solution. The Haitians want, and of course, right now the Constitution is not being followed. Let me ask you: Is Kenya? They went to Dr. Ariel went to Kenya to ask to sign a treaty which officially engages Kenya or joins Kenya and Haiti into some kind of bilateral relations that allows them to send the troops. So what about the troops? That's unconstitutional also. Yeah.
That's very unconstitutional. Like the constitution does not allow a prime minister to engage the nation in anything like the like of what Ariel was doing. So he did go do that, but that was not constitutional. That was unconstitutional as well. So, but that was never happened. That wouldn't go anywhere because the Supreme Court of Kenya challenged this in all facets. So that never never went anywhere. So now they desisted. So they said that they're not gonna go for that anymore. Especially now since they're talking about like a presidential college and stuff like that. So we'll see. But what they you know what they did. But I'm glad you brought this you brought that up, is that when the CARICOM and there was a meeting, I think from the United Nations or OAS, I don't know. They were having a meeting not too long ago where they did say someone who's going to be part of the college, they must be for Kenya to come. So they don't want to put anybody in this college that is against Kenya, that is against the force to come into the country. So they're already trying to set everything up in case, so that they can get their wheels, they can get their things going on. So they already put everything, their dominoes in line. So they said that prior to do that, if anybody going to be part of this college, presidential college, council, you have to be for Kenya to send group to Haiti. So all these guys, they agree for that. But those in Haiti, they never, those other parties that says, no, we don't want Kenya to come in here. We can solve our problem. We need them to reinforce the police and then invest in the army and then to take care of the gang and stuff like that. We don't want another external force to come in. But this is what the world, the international community, they want a force to come into the nation. That's what they want to come.
Wow. So wow, this is quite powerful. This is quite interesting. So you're telling me, so I thought that wow, what's going on here? I thought that Haiti, I thought that they were for an intervention. At first, we thought that they were against an intervention force.
They were against. Haiti is against interventions. I mean, if you go to the core of the nation, they are against it. But
so Haiti, they said they don't want an intervention force. But however, but I thought that they relented and said, okay, fine, we would get an intervention force as long as the intervention force will help us to be able to do what we want to do in terms of follow the Constitution. Is that case?
Well, at some point, I think this things get a bit shift a bit.
Yeah.
Because the gang, it sounds like the gang, the gang, it sounds like there is a certain coordination of the gang's activities.
Yeah.
The chaos they put in the country, it sounds like there was a certain correlation or coordinations. So Haiti at some point they said, you know what, things are so bad, we're gonna let those guys come in to give us like a little area to breathe. But normally, if you kind of like do a survey, most Haiti do not want the interventions, but the people who are the popular, the mass wants it because they cannot do anything. They cannot. They're not able to go out, and they're not able to go do their little business and stuff like that. So they will take that. They will trade that off. At least they can have like a chance to go places and a chance to breathe. But nominally or normally they are against, like, the foreign intervention. Well, I have can you hear me? Yeah, someone put in the chat that the gentleman, like, that is very true. I think that I think that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, that must have been the previous term, because it was Haiti. I think like that was Haiti in Jovenel Moïse, who was in charge, the president of it when he was in power. And after that, I don't know who took it, but now that may be the president of Guyana, Prime Minister of Guyana, that is in charge, that is the chairperson of it. So, all right, guys, I think now I don't know if you guys gonna push this for a little further, but I think 6:30. But if I will be willing to return, if you have questions, you can prepare them and ask, and as this thing is unfolding, and then and as college students, really feel free to challenge anything that I've said. But the fact remain the fact. But if I have my personal thought to it, so feel free to challenge it, because this is the space. This is that's what you're supposed to be doing where you are. So you're supposed to accept anything at face value. You can, and I will be, more than happy to return. Should Pastor McKenzie invite me again for another session on Haiti. As for the one in Bordeaux, that I think we're gonna have to postpone that, since I had planned to stay to 6:30 with you guys. So we will pick that up, maybe next week or in a couple of weeks to continue that debate.
Powerful. Thank you so much. Anybody had a burning question that they had for Father Hyvenson? Alicia, I know you had your hand up again, or you were just correcting us.
I was just going to mention the head of CARICOM thing. That's all.
All right, I'm Dr. Ali from Guyana. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. This was what. So final thing. So as of now, you said that there's pandemonium in the gangs continue to control. Is it the gangs or the police, or just the gangs?
Say it again.
Is it the gangs or the gangs and the police?
Oh, well, the police. No, I mean it's a very weird combination. So the police, there is in fact, there is like 3 police officers that the population just lynched because they were part of the gang. They were kind of like a co-op, like a co-op. Cop that was like a bad kind of like a bad cop. So the population lynched them because they are the one that kind of like went at night to clean the weapons and bring kind of ammunition to them and stuff like that, or tell them whenever the police is preparing something, a raid. So the police and the gang, I don't know how to say that, whether the entire police force, I should say, is trying to run the gang, kind of like to combat the gang, but there is a lot of police officers who are gang members, who are kind of like affiliated with the gang. So it's a sad situation.
What about military? What about the military? Because I know you said that there's a small military presence.
The military was okay. Yeah, the military is a very interesting thing. The military was disbanded in 1994, in 2004 when Aristide returned, and then United States says Haiti will not have army no more. It's gonna be a police force. Okay, and then they put like an embargo, an arms embargo upon Haiti. But now Jovenel Moïse started an embryo of the army. We have an army of 1,500 people, 1,500 soldiers. So this is very ill-equipped. So since the United States is not, if those guys are not for something, it's not gonna go anywhere. So this police force is just there. Sometimes they call upon them to kind of back the police, like the army. But they're just 1,500. They're not a lot. But they are at the mercy of, I don't know, Ariel Henry. So they're not doing anything now, because they cannot purchase ammunition or weapons for them because there is an embargo upon Haiti now because they're not supposed to sell guns to Haiti. Whereas all the gangs have gun as military weapons in their hands. Nobody knows how they get there, but this is what it is. I think that there was like
wow, there's no, so you have a military, but they're ill-equipped, and the US won't send any weapons to help you
the
fight.
US wouldn't let them sell any. The US wouldn't sell any arms. We wanted to buy with our own money. They said no, and they said all the other country that could have sold weapons to us, they said no to them. So I think President Jovenel, before he was assassinated, he went to Turkey from Erdogan to buy some weapons, and then he purchased them. Erdogan sent them from like weapons from Turkish, like kind of like military weapons from Turkey. And then when the weapons arrive in Haiti, I think the American embassy. Those are true. Those are true. I mean, I'm saying them. I'm saying them with my mouth because those are true. Because the chief of the police at that time came to the radio and on social media and said that. So when the weapons arrive, American embassy called to say no, those weapons not gonna go to the army. We disagree with that. And when they asked him where are the weapons, he said, I left them. We left them to who? They said, I don't know. I left them when I resigned. So nobody knows where these weapons are. So I'm sure they're in the hand of the gang. So
wow, this is this is a scary. We gotta have to do a fun. This is just, and guys, I talk about stability and instability. I don't know what, because Haiti would benefit from an army, they benefit from a police, and with who are equipped so that they can help me. And right now, you're telling me that the US and the core group, they are against the very things that would help to create stability and move Haiti to prosperity. But instead, they opt to doing something where that creates more problem for Haitians, because Haitians are fighting against
doesn't it make sense? It makes sense. Wow. It makes sense. Why would they want peace, and then they will equip your military? Military will restore order. If the police is equipped, if the military is equipped, they can restore order. Don't that make sense to you that they wouldn't want that? They rather want a foreign force,
yes,
like the UN, and they come and go to the beach every day. They pay them like outrage amount of money. They go to the beach every day, and then people are being dead in front of them. They never say anything. They say, "Well, we don't come for that." So that's what they want to do, like like the UN has done before. Bring cholera, bring a lot of diseases, but don't do anything. That the situation always stay the same. So that's what they want to do. They want to just divert from a real solution for the problems, so that we keep turning around like a vicious circle, the same problem. So that's why they don't they disagree to have like a military, to equip the military, to equip the police, to solve to have a Haitian-led solution. They're not for that. So that should make sense to you.
Yeah, well, thank you. And we won't hold you anymore. There's so much to talk about, but thank you so much. Who wants to do the
vote? All right, guys, it was my pleasure.
Wait. Vote of somebody. One of the members of the class will do a vote of thanks. Anybody wants to do a vote of who wants to do the vote of thanks? Who wants to do that? Anybody from the class wants to lead the vote of Alyssa? Since you have been most vocal, could you do the vote of thanks?
Yes. Okay, no problem. Father Hyvenson, on behalf of the Caribbean Thought class at Jamaica Theological Seminary in the year 2024, we'd like to thank you for taking time out of what I'm sure is a very busy schedule to come and share with us. It was very, very enlightening. There are a lot of shockers coming out of what you said, and you are very right that a lot of it would not be shared in the media. So thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing with us. And we hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and we do hope that you'll be able to come and share with us again, because this really does feel like a very incomplete conversation, but still very fruitful.
There's so much to talk about. Yes, I want to talk about what finance like. I mean, What's happening in the country in terms of are people going to the stores? Are people working? Are people getting paid? What is going on? How are people living and surviving?
Yes.
Wow.
It's yes, that would be interesting, but it is, you can imagine. All right,
Yes.
thank you so much,
We'll do a
Alice.
part two.
I really
We'll have you
appreciate
back.
you very much.
Yeah, man. Thank
All
you,
right,
guys. Yeah, man.
thank
Thank you,
you.
Father Hyvenson. Take
Yeah.
care.
Bye-bye.
Guys,
Take care.
what a yeah, man. Thank you. What a powerful presentation from Father Hyvenson. Wow. You know, I'm so happy that we did that lecture earlier. I talked about unfair competition and the immigration issue. Remember, we talked about and the strategy behind, and we talked about neoliberal globalization. It's quite powerful. And I said that Haitians are opposed. Haitians have a lot of pride. They want freedom. They want the independence. They want the ability to carve out their own future. They want to be able to lead their own independence. They want the democracy that they fought for so bravely and beat out the French. They have a police force. They have an army. They need the equipment. The core group are opposed to giving them the equipment. But yes, they want to be able to, they need the equipment and the resources to fight the gangs. Just as though, they're sending equipment to Israel and they're to fight the Palestinians. Wow. Okay, and they're sending equipment to Russia, to Ukraine, or they're thinking about that. And we said that Haiti is right next door. And we said, what? They are going out of their way to get a foreign troops to send to Haiti when the Haitians are saying, we have police, we have army, give us the equipment. Or if you're going to send the troops, send them so that to ensure that our police and army can do the work, and not only that the Constitution is followed. What's the Constitution? Not for them to have an installed prime minister, not for the installed prime minister to appoint judges and to appoint the installed prime minister that's appointed by foreigners, by the US and Canada and so on. Okay, they were for them to follow the Constitution that says, and the oldest member of the US of their Supreme Court to occupy the position until they can have elections and elect a prime minister and so on and so forth. And so right now however, but we are seeing, but when you look at what's going on, you talk about, it's as if the plan is for Haiti to continue to remain weak, unstable. Outsiders are determining the fate of this country, and CARICOM, which is established to observe and to preserve democracy and sovereignty. They are doing the exact opposite of their institution and their charter and everything. And we as Caribbean people, what are we doing? What are we doing? And that is why I say it's important for us to have the conversation. What are Caribbean people doing? What are academics doing? What is the church doing in the Caribbean? What are we doing to advocate for the Haitians in this regard? First, we have to understand what they're saying. Amongst the noise and so on, there is a unity in their demand. There's a unity in their protesting. First of all, let's start with this. Haitians have pride, being the first freed black, the first successful slavery vote. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, don't believe the lie that Haiti colonized Dominican Republic. They did not colonize Dominican Republic. That is all. Haitians are always being demonized. Yes, Alyssa.
Sir, I was just going to ask, because I agree with what you've said. And so I wanted to know because I know that Haiti has been said to be one of the wealthiest or the wealthiest Caribbean country in terms of its resources. So I
Yes,
would
yes.
really like to know if it is that all of the natural resources have not been exhausted. Because I'm wondering if that is the reason why there seems to be a vendetta against this country. Because it in terms of one of the final things that you had mentioned about outsiders pulling strings, and then when you even consider the reports in terms of how their former president was assassinated and the involvement of persons from other countries, it's like, what is going on? And then and I have a hard time with the fact that this country could have come together so beautifully and fought for their freedom, and yet they have a hard time standing together to defend themselves. Because even I'm not sure if it was mentioned at the beginning of the class, but a news item that I think came out either this week or late last week is the fact that Canada has deployed troops to Jamaica to teach Jamaicans and equip Jamaicans to help in the Haitian situation. That's a news item now. And I'm just like, what? It's very like, what is going on?
Wow. Canada sent, I mean,
it's training
Jamaica to. Oh, so what? Wait, so is it that Jamaica is planning to send troops to Haiti?
Right. So that's the plan. I'm going to pull it up again. That came out either this week or late last week. So
Let me say this. Hey, let me tell you, and I'm on Facebook for deliberately. You know, and I believe in education is important, and of course, there are people who I believe in making popular what the monopoly. This class is important. Okay, I'm giving free information. This is this in order for society to get better, we have to have the kind of conversation. People have to know what's going on in society. People have to know the truth. Jamaicans have to know what's going on in society. Okay, so that we can hold our government accountable. I mean, CARICOM. How can what it is that the Haitians want? How can Jamaica be sending or thinking about sending a troop? Why can't CARICOM give the trained? Why can't we get a group of? Why can't we train the Haitians and give them the equipment to fight the gangs? Why can't, that is what they want. Well, let's start from there. Instead of training instead of foreigners training other foreigners to go to Haiti, let's start by providing equipment and resources to the police and the army so that they can fight. Okay, so that they can fight, fight the gangs, and also to ensure the rule of law and the constitution, okay, is followed. And okay, let's start with that, because okay. Let us start with Ariel Henry. Is an installed prime minister, and every decision that he makes is unconstitutional, and CARICOM cannot be a party to that. I mean, I'm telling you this. Wow, this is interesting. We're going to end class in about 5 minutes. In fact, we will have to end class. We're going to end class earlier than, because I didn't take any break. We started and we went full force. And then, but what a powerful class, guys. This is powerful. Thank you guys so much for joining the class. Next week, we're going to pick up where we left off. We're going to talk about voodoo, and we're going to talk about Afro-Caribbean beliefs. And people, if you guys are on Facebook, this is powerful. We've always been talking about Haiti. We have a petition advocating for a Haitian-led solution, which I wasn't promoting it as much because of what was happening, but I didn't realize that there is still a need. There's still a desire for a Haitian-led solution, because that's not what's happening. So go to the NeoLiberal.com. You can sign the petition if you go to the NeoLiberal.com, TheNeoliberal.com. Go to petition and causes. Click on the Bob Marley picture. It's that way. No, sorry, that is not the Bob Marley picture. Sorry. No, there's somewhere where we're doing a petition for Haiti. Now, that's for people who are in the Caribbean or from the Caribbean diaspora, Jamaica, so on. But if you're in the US or a US national, you can also participate in the petition asking for a Haitian-led solution by going to https IJDH.org. IJDH, the Institute for Justice and Democracy in Haiti, which is an American organization run by Brian Concanen, who was an international human rights advocate and attorney who we've interviewed. He's been to the class to talk about what's going on in Haiti. There is still a need for a Haitian-led solution that recognizes Haitian democracy and constitution. CARICOM is built for that. What is going on? And what's going on with the US? I'm an American, and I have a responsibility to hold the US government responsible. I want to know what my government is doing in the world, to creating problems in other parts of the world. Because, okay, they are my brothers, they are my sisters. You are my brother, you are my sister. I have a responsibility. But what's going on? What's the policy towards Haiti, the American policy? It's draconian, okay? And it is antithetical to what the Haitian people are calling for. I'm very passionate about the class today and about what's going on in Haiti. And we spend much time in this class talking about Haiti because what the conversation about Haiti is a case study about what's about when you start to study post-colonialism or what post-independent, what's going post-independent Caribbean, what's going on with the countries in the Caribbean since independence, since they got independence and freedom, what's going on, okay, and what's affecting their path to prosperity, the unfair competitive natures that of the world today, which it's not in it's interesting. We're gonna stop here. That's it, guys. Thank you, guys. If you have any further questions, you can email me. You can please post a blog about it, write about it. Go participate in the petition that we have. Next week we're going to talk about. We continue now. We switch back to looking at Afro-Caribbean beliefs, looking at Obia. Because, say for example, Obia. Many Jamaicans, the Jamaican government did an amazing thing, announced the legalization of Obia, but many church people are against that. Okay, yet we know Obia is a tradition or a practice that's practiced by who? Revivalists. But so we are willing to discriminate based on our inherited colonial past against a tradition that we have been misinformed about. We're going to talk about Obia and what it is really. Okay. And we'll talk some more about this. Thank you, guys. And I actually wrote an article which I submitted to the Gleaner, and which I started talking about earlier. I guess I'm gonna end the class by sharing an article I submitted to the Jamaican Gleaner, and I hope they publish it because I want all Jamaica to hear this. It says, the edited Sir Madame, re-exploring changing attitudes towards Afro-Caribbean beliefs and tradition in Jamaica. I'm conducting a research study on valuing African identity through religious affirmations of Afro-Caribbean beliefs and traditions by examining and exploring the changing attitudes towards Afro-Caribbean beliefs and traditions in Jamaica, and by extension the Caribbean. The study aims to shed light on the impact of socio-political factors, religion, education, pop culture, travel experiences, and exposure on the evolving perceptions of Jamaica. Now, the findings will continue to a deeper understanding of how societal changes influence cultural attitudes, promoting inclusivity, tolerance, and cultural heritage, preservation, and so on. Ultimately, this research aims to encourage a more informed and respectful dialogue surrounding Afro-Caribbean beliefs in Jamaican society, and by extension, the Caribbean. Now, and the diaspora in the US or all over the Americas. Now, in Jamaica, there has historically been a negative perception towards African and indigenous spiritual practices, religious beliefs, customs, and faiths that draw influences from urban Indian heritage or African traditions, Rastafari. So we're talking about Rastafarianism, Obia, Voodoo, Pocomania, or Poco Church. Revivalists and Muslim beliefs have often been marginalized, deemed as fringe, demonic, and unpopular, juxtaposed against the inherited traditions from European colonialism. Now, the Judeo-Christian faith, such as Roman Catholicism, Protestantism, and evangelicalism, have been favored or has been favored and considered closer to the truth and the ideal. However, in the 21st century, with increased exposure, awareness, critical thinking, and a more liberal lifestyle, in a sense, some people would say, particularly among the younger generation, it is crucial to investigate whether attitudes towards Afro-Caribbean beliefs are changing. Now, the study aims to explore the shifting attitudes of Jamaicans and the factors contributing to the changes, considering demographic variables such as location, age, group, educational levels, income status, political affiliation, denominationality, and religious beliefs. Now, while updating the research and reviewing the responses, I came across an article in the Jamaica Gleaner, which was the letter of the day that confirms the initial assessment about the study we are conducting, and it highlights why this study is important as a class exploring attitudes toward Afro-Caribbean beliefs. Now, we asserted that in Jamaica, in the study, we had asserted that in Jamaica, there has always been a negative attitude towards Afro-Caribbean beliefs. We have made that assertion, and the assertion is a fact, because over a year ago, the Jamaican Labour Party government announced it would open discussions to have the 122-year-old Obia Act repealed. When the announcement was made, many Jamaicans and church groups rallied together to fight the motion. Their main argument was that Obia is inherently evil, And of course, you can see the Jamaica Letter of the Day article dated November 27, 2020, called Obia is Not Evil, It is Spiritual Healing. Now, Caribbean unity. And of course, next week we're going to continue the conversation. I would talk some more about this. I've done a lecture in the past. Should culture transcend, should theology transcend culture, which put this into perspective. But Caribbean unity and Black and brown people's unity threatens the status quo, or those who are privileged. When I talk about the status quo, what pertains today as privilege, those who, okay. So the plan was and is always to implement strategies that create this unity. And I define the dominant class as those who are part of the status quo, which we talk about in neoliberal globalization reconsidered. We'll talk about that, the financiers, so on and so forth. We'll explore that some more later. So the plan was and is always to implement strategies that create this unity, such as rejecting and diluting their language as Creole, religion, faith, practices as evil for a Eurocentric one. The very same thing that the church is saying is what was that has been ingrained in us. Hence, we want to rediscover our unity. We want to discover, because you see what is going on here. The church is against the legalization of that, calling it evil. That threatens unity, because there are those in Jamaica that practice it, the revivalist traditions, and there are others who practice that tradition, not to conduct evil, but for healing and for other things. There are people who would say, who would wish people bad in Jesus' name. Does that make Jesus or the religion bad? No, there are those who use it for bad. Now, the Caribbean unity. So I said to you, Caribbean unity and Black and brown people's unity threatens the status quo. So the plan was and is always to implement strategies that create this unity. Hence, we want to rediscover our unity by revisiting our history and the changing attitudes toward Afro-Caribbean beliefs and traditions in Jamaica and the Americas. How did we get here? The fact that the Jamaican government announcement to open discussions on legalizing Obia created such backlash from some, particularly the Catholic, Protestant, Evangelical, and Protestant churches, is an indication of what continues to drive this unity among our people. Obia is a practice that is found even within some Jamaican faith traditions, such as revivalists. The very idea that the church openly disagreed with the move by the Jamaican government to have a national discussion on the issue, calling it evil, is an indication of the divide and the discrimination within our system, driven by an inherited colonial past that we are yet to get beyond. Hence, this study and the Jamaican government's plan to discuss the issue and about repealing it is timely and welcomed, or are timely and welcomed, as we can dispel or move to dispel some of the misinformation and encourage diversity, equity, and inclusivity. Only then will we realize true independence, unity, and prosperity. Okay. Now the study, if you can go to ResearchGate, Renaldo, McKenzie, to participate in the study and learn more. You can go to we can go to the NeoLiberal.com too, and where the study is also available. Where I have links to the study, so on and so forth. And but thank you guys so much. Or you can email us at renaldo.mckenzie@jts.edu.jm. Okay, and that's it for class today. For people who are on Facebook who are joining us, thank you so much. This was Caribbean Thought Lecture 10. Thank you guys so much. And we are contending for Caribbean issues, critical issues, and this is a very important class. So thank you guys for joining the class. I'm going to stop